Thank you for being here. My name is Lisa Chan. I am rather young, I hope. I was born in Medan, but throughout my puberty, my parents sent me to an international school because I was heavily bullied. I was physically and mentally bullied throughout my primary school. And as you know, when you were in primary, those are the most important times where it shapes who you become now. And I was tortured. I didn't know who I was. I thought I was like, this random geek who doesn't like being around people, which I did. I didn't like being around humans. So I talked to my dogs, my imaginary friends, plenty of them. There's Kathy, there's Sharon, there's And people start to, they thought I was creepy. And now looking back, I really was freaky. I mean, girl, why you talk to yourself in that corner? Not normal. And then growing up, now as an adult, mature adult in public, so I began to know myself a little bit more. I moved to Malaysia, and I am quite blessed to be surrounded by people, who doesn't really care about what people think, who owns their confidence, and who is really, really unapologetic for being flawed. They admit that they're not perfect. They admit they're not pretty, they're not handsome, I'm not smart, and whatever, and that's refreshing. And slowly, I begin to accept the devil in me. Before we start, you have to know what makes your devil devilish. So you can call your devil laziness. If you're aware about the 7 deadly sins, there's pride, there's sloth, there's a lot of them. But I call my pride all of this. This is what caused my devil to come out. Since the big theme today is doing things right. But I'm telling you one thing. I have never done anything right in my life, ever. Not that I can count on. If you read my journal or if you see my articles I wrote, never in my life I'm sure that I do anything right. Because what's right? The things that are right to me might not be right for you. Whatever you think's right might not be for me. The way you pray, the way you praise people, you might think it's right, but it might be really, really wrong for me. I'm 26 years old, and in my 26 years old of life, I've encountered so many devils in me. I was suffering from bulimia throughout my high school years, and I was diagnosed with depression, functional depression. There's a lot of level of depressions, but I'm one of the lucky ones that I can actually still function. But there were still those days that I couldn't wake up in the morning because I just feel like the room is getting smaller every second. And there will be those days on Saturday night I felt like partying all night long. And then the next day, I wouldn't want to see any human. And I just want to bury myself in my bed. I'm like, I don't want to see you. Lisa, eat. Why do I need to eat? I don't need food. I don't need oxygen. I'm sure we all have that days, right? Don't make me feel bad, right? Like you there, right? So these are the 3 steps for me to make sure I can still function as a human woman, like you see in front. So before you walk out this door, I just want you to know that all of us here, when you look to the left, to the right, we all have a devil inside of us. You can name your devil anything, but they will only be scary because they're the unknown. We are scared of the unknown because we don't know how to label them. Because we're humans, it's easier for us to process when we can give them a name. You there, you're freaky. You there, you're cute but freaky. It makes you process things better. But what if you name your own devil? Can you own up to that? Can you look at yourself in the mirror and say, good morning. You fabulous, but you need a lot of things to work on today. So first, say hello to your devil. That's what I do every single day. Because when you're in therapy, even though for 3 years, it doesn't stop. It's a daily struggle. There are still those days when, I am from a multicultural family, I like to say. My mom is Muslim woman, Batak woman, nevertheless. You know how Batak moms are. And then my dad is a Chinese man. He's Buddhist. So those two thick culture I grew up with. And I didn't choose my faith until I was 16 because I told them, you know, I don't know any of them. I don't know how to finish Quran because before you learn Quran, you need to learn Arabic. And then even with Buddhism, it's a lifestyle, so you cannot commit to both. And that's also part of my devils because when you have faith, you know where to go. You know, whatever happens, you have that one hope, one shining light, just like this one, but inside of you. But when you have no faith, you don't know where to go. So say hello to your devils. I have a few devils of my own. And this is pointless picture. I just want to show how cute I was when I was a kid. So as you know, me there in the middle, in the really large Chinese and Batak family. And that's how actually I know that my devils are actually rooted from childhood. Remember, bullying doesn't only happen in school. It could start from your family. The way they say, kamu kan cewek, nggak boleh gitu. Kamu gemuk, nggak boleh pakai baju gini. It affects our mentality. And okay, after you name this is my devil. See, as you can see, every day in the mirror, I called my devil Debbie Downer Depression. And Debbie Downer Depression have 3 other best friends. It's called bulimia, trust issues, and insecurity. And when you look at me now, like, I can talk to public, but the process of getting up here, it was a struggle. I kept changing my slides to the point of, I just sent my slide last night because I kept changing it because I know if I screw up, it will affect me 3 months later. I will keep beating myself up. Because when it comes to depression, people don't want to talk about it. Because when you tell people, I'm very depressed, you know what they say? Cheer up, get over it. You just need to get over it. You just need to get out. You just need to think positive. But how can you think positive when there is no light inside of you? What is the meaning of happy if you don't even know how to define happiness? People say, you can go shop, buy new clothes, put on some makeup, be like a normal human being. But what if putting makeup is like putting on Band-Aids every day? You have to, you know, shield your devils so it looks presentable to the public eyes. I own a bar, and it's running well for three years, so my job is to get people drunk. Because when people get drunk, they talk and they drink again. So that's my money right there. So I used to bartend because it's the perfect place for people to open up. You don't even need to ask them, how's your day? They just keep on blabbing. There's this one guy, he came to our bar and said, I want anything you have. Well, we have a lot in our menu. It is a very extensive menu, shall I say, you know? It's like, whatever it is that can drown my sorrow. I'm like, well, even sorrow have categories. What are you sad about? So he started talking to us about how, you know, his wife is so demanding that he just, you know, he's retired and he doesn't have any money left. And then the wife wants like the new Birkin bag or whatever. And then another lady came, and then she also asked the same thing. Do you have anything, you know, anything alcoholic but soft but still pretty? Like, okay. Long Island iced tea for you? But half of them will be just rum and vodka. Yeah, the tea will be just like, So we started talking, and I just realized that we all have devils inside of us, but yet, why don't we talk about it ever? Mental illness is one topic that, especially in Medan, has never been brought upon. It's frowned upon. When you say, I'm stressed, it's like, oh, here, Panadol. I'm sad, oh, here, pizza, cheer up. And whenever you want to tell them, I just want you to listen why I'm sad. why I'm upset, why it feels like I feel alone even though I'm right in the middle of a crowd. And it's a daily struggle. Not everyone knows why you're so sad. Sometimes you're just sad. You woke up, you feel like shit. And then you dress like shit. And then you look like shit. And then in the end, you feel like shit. And you want to get out of it, and then everyone keeps telling you, you know what, you're breathing, you're not like starving, you're fine. Am I though? Am I fine? With bulimia, I learned that when you know what bulimia is, like when you feel so bloated, you feel this immense guilt, you need to throw up to relief, to have that sense of relief. It's not the food that is causing the bulimia, it's the guilt. Every time I eat, even now, it's still a day-to-day, I need to manage my diet, my stress level, or else I will binge eat, and then I'll feel really, really guilty. I'll jitter, and then there will be an urge to take it all out, which is unhealthy. You need to have a good relationship with food, because food is life, right? I mean, who doesn't like those nasi padang? It's fantastic. And then through all of those, we have the master of it all, insecurity. I mean, who's here so secure with themselves? Hands up, come on. Oh, good for you, bro. Gots to talk to you later on. So every day we wake up, we're not just insecure about our looks, but what we say. If I say this, would people think of me like this? If I post this selfie, would there be any likes? If I post this story, would I get like reported? I don't know. If you want to show your cleavage, show it on. But it's a daily struggle, especially for us millennials. Every day, it's a constant pressure to be perfect. Every day, it's like there's this another hat here, devil 1, devil 2, devil 3, devil 4. It's like, girl, don't put on that red lipstick. Girl, put our right side. Just cover your face. Just cover everything. And then another devils will creep up and say, you know what? You're nobody. Just close. And then it leads you to actually believe it. And that also came from our society. Our society of, you cannot be proud of yourself, if you know what I mean. It's not okay here in Medan, for me personally, to boast about yourself, to be fully confident. And especially if you're a woman who looks like me, who wear fishnet to work every day, just because it feels a little hot in Medan and I need some ventilation. It's practicality, mind you. People stare at you like, why do you dress like this? Why can't you just wear jeans? And I'm like, well, why not? Did I tell you to buy me a t-shirt? No, I didn't. Did I ask your opinion? No, I didn't. But everyone's feel entitled to how you look, how you do this, who you date, who's your God. Everybody has an opinion. To me, they're the devils. We are all devils here. We are responsible for all of the issues we all have. And nobody wants to admit that. We are the cause of it. Why do you think there's so many negativity? It's not Earth. Mother Earth's very positive. We are. And people keep saying, oh, the planet is dying. No, honey, we are dying. Day by day, we are dying because we are so stuck in this world of, okay, I need to chase more. I need more money. I need to be prettier. I need to be more successful. And especially for women, it's tougher because you have a lot of other pressure. You want to be seen as soft, but you need to be strong. You need to be reliable, but you need to be firm. It's a constant battle. Like, make up your mind. Do you want me to be pretty or do you want me fierce? Just give me one. God. And then you go to the other side, to your parents. Your parents, the mother core of my insecurity. But they mean well. They just want you to be safe in this world. That's why they want you tiptoe around the world, not get scratched, not get bitten by a mosquito, but gosh, you will be bitten by King Kong. My mother always say, Lisa, you're a woman. You're a mixture of Batak and Chinese. Behave like one. I'm like, okay, let's Google how to behave like Batak and Chinese woman. You know what? Google doesn't have an answer. If Google say, we have everything for you, you don't know. You don't know anything about being a Batak woman and a Chinese woman nevertheless. Every Chinese New Year, every Christmas, every Eid al-Fitr, it's like, oh my God. It's like I'm walking into Hunger Games, and I do not volunteer as tribute. No, I did not, sir. I will go like, hey, do you want to go have dinner with Grandpa? Pass. Hey, your cousin? No. Hey, your grandma? Another picture that I want you guys to see. It was created by this famous artist from America. It's called Polynor. She really embraced the devil within herself because this is just a facade. This is the mask that we wear. What is going on inside of us, only we know. Only when we're in a really, really small toilet, and especially when it's dark, it's like, that's your real self when when you take a douche. Because you don't care who's like on your left and on your right. You're just like, and you don't care. You're like, yeah. And then ideas start popping out, thoughts popping out. Those seventh ex-boyfriend in whatever school start appearing again. And then you're like, oh, why did I do that in TEDx today? Oh no. They're like, oh, why did I wear that fishnet stocking? Now I'm cold. I might get like tan with like lines. All the bad decision when you're alone. So I'm asking all of you here, when you're alone, completely alone, can you face your own devil? Can you face it head on? Can you be nice to them? Can you say, you know what? I know you're my devil, but we can be best friends. I'll be there for you. You know what? You will have an episode here or there. You'll pop in, pop out. You might kill me sometimes, but I'll be there for you, no matter what. Because if you're not there for yourself, I'm sorry, honey. Truth is, nobody else will be there for you. So let me end with this quote here. It's from Frida Kahlo. Any of you guys know Frida Kahlo? So she said, I tried to drown my sorrows, but the bastard learned how to swim. And now I'm overwhelmed by this decent and good feeling. Always believe that every progress you made means something. And it doesn't have to mean anything else to other people, just you. So you be you. Because why? Because we are all devilishly good people. Thank you very much.